Hello race fans, it is round 8, Twisted Fence of the New York State Championship. I'm starting the open from inside my truck because we had to park right on the side of the track and the dirt bikes are currently racing. But I wanted to go over the points chase for the 4x4 class before we went over the lineup for today. Leading our way after 7 rounds is Rich Drave, and counting your drops and only counting your best of towards championship points, we're going to give Rich Drave 101, and that's actually what he's deserved. He's got 101 legitimate points this year with a couple wins under his belt and all high place finishes after that. Colton Harkness is sitting in second place with 90 points. Dan Honacki is 84 points, just 6 behind. Myself is 6 behind Guns, sitting in 4th. Dustin Carnes sitting in 5th with 71 points. Kyle Lawrence in 6th with 64 points. And just 3 points behind him is Chris Keister, rounding out the top 7 4x4 racers for this year. Statistically, you still got 3 guys that have a chance to win it. I think me in 4th place is a little too far out. Even Guns, he sits 25 points behind Rich Drave currently. He needs to have some real good finishes, and Rich needs to have some bad luck in order for Guns to win it. Colton's your closest with only 11-point gap between himself and Rich Drave. So again, Colton needs good races and Rich wouldn't. It's going to be a tight battle right down to the finish, but let's get this race started. Roll the show open. Welcome to another show looking at today's lineup, starting with myself, number 1015. I'm sitting 4th in the championship hunt. My favorite food is pizza. After me is Kyle Lawrence, number 1020. He's sitting 6th in points, age 49 years old, and his favorite food is liquid. He likes the hops and barley. Rich Drave, number 1021, championship hunt. He's your points leader, pretty much way out front, not bad for 108 years old, and his favorite food is steroid injections. Keister, number 1084. His championship hunt, he's in 7th. He's 38 years old. His favorite food is Cheetos. Up next, Colton Harkness, 1031. He's sitting 2nd in points. His age 32 years old. His favorite food is cornflakes, the cereal. Jesse Madison, welcome back to the show, man. He raced first 3 rounds and broke his pelvis, so good to see him back. His favorite food is watermelon. Next up is Dustin Carnes, number 1075. He's sitting 5th in points. His age is 48 years old, and his favorite food is Tots and Tito's. Justin Mills, 1043, sitting 8th in points. He actually has a shot at going to the championship banquet. His favorite food is clam chowder. And Guns, sitting 3rd in points, age 39 years old. His favorite food is salad. You can tell he works out. As always, on Between the Trees, we are going to do a giveaway, and for the 2nd race in a row, it's going to be $200 courtesy of both these sponsors. Big Iron out of Pennsylvania, courtesy of Joseph Newberry and Carnes Family Racing. Both companies, parties, putting up $100 each to give away to the race community. And joining me for this show is Carnes Family Racing. Welcome, Dustin and Jacob, to the show.
Thanks, Drew. Appreciate it for having us.
I'm here.
I'm here. Welcome, Jacob. And Jacob is the youngest Carnes Family Racing member?
Yes.
And how old are you, buddy?
I'm 14.
And you race those 2-wheelers in the morning?
Yeah.
And what class you running?
In minis, I'm running the front row, which is super mini.
Yeah.
And then in adults, I'm running, I think, schoolboy 2.
Nice. Well, glad to have you here and help commentate on this one. We're taking a look at everybody's starts from this round. We had 4 guys wearing cameras. Technically, we had 5, but Kyle Lawrence has meet up with a tree early on lap 1 and had to leave the track early. He's okay, but I didn't get his footage. So I got 4 riders, myself, Dustin Carnes, Guns, he had camera issues as well, and Justin Mills. Guns, you can see, rips our early lead through turn 1, but Rich Drave right there on that inside kind of bumps and moves him over.
Boy, here I was eating a lot of rocks, I'm not gonna lie.
Dirt sandwich.
Oh my God, there was rocks hitting me everywhere.
Yeah, Dustin, not quite bringing up the back. Looked like you had Jesse.
Jesse was
Madison.
behind me, I guess, yeah.
One more behind you, but nine 4x4 racers starting this one, and we'd have 8 that would finish. Kyle Lawrence, the only one that would DNF in this one. Like I said, he has some misfortune. I'm bummed that I don't have his footage because it's quite the contact with the tree. He did send me a clip through text messaging. All right, but getting the race footage underway, we jump in with our race clock to show everybody going now. The starts are over. Let's get into the race action. And Guns jumps into the number 2 spot behind Rich Drave, Colton Harkness in 3rd, Drew in 4th, but quickly gets stuffed in turn number 3 by Kyle Lawrence. Boom, you can see him bump me right out of the way. And then I got caught up in the dust, and Keister got me as well. So we watched Rich Drave go into the woods here, followed by Guns, and man, somewhere way back there is Dustin Carnes eating dust.
Yeah, you couldn't see nothing. I almost come to a complete stop because you just couldn't see anything. It was so thick.
I did not hate that start though. I
No.
liked the way that was set up.
So did I. Just hate the cornfield.
Yep.
Love the start. Hated the cornfield.
Why do you hate the cornfield?
Just all the bad movies when I was a kid. Children
Oh.
of the Corn. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
Oh my God, it'll scare the pee out of you.
Horror film.
Oh my God.
Horror films were never my thing.
Mine either. That was the worst.
This is my favorite section of Twisted Fence.
Yes.
What'd you think about this high speed section,
This
Jacob?
was amazing.
Well, I took my goggles off right at that corner because that's where our pit was, and then some guy came jumping over the dip
Yeah.
and just sprayed rocks right in my eyes. So that kind of
That's why you
wasn't
never
fun.
take off the goggles.
Yeah.
never take off the goggles.
But this riser right there,
What about that jump?
I was convinced that if you hit it fast enough, you can leave the ground.
You did.
Laps 2 and 3, I proved myself right. I didn't lift. I tried to hit that as fast as I could because I'm a little kid, and I love those jumps that require 0 talent and just hold it wide.
Absolutely.
That was a floater jump. You get weightless at the top. It's such a cool feeling. And on our quads, I glimpsed at my speedo. We were around 60 leaving
You
the.
can see your speedo on that.
Yeah,
I can
you'll see it
never
on
see
camera.
mine.
That's the beauty of the GoPro. You slow down the footage and you can see that.
I've never
Yeah.
been able to see what speed I'm going at.
Well, you guys run risers, so your bars are up higher than mine.
That makes a big sense. But when you hit that bump and you were coming off, your back, everything came off, your back tires came on, and you were just riding.
Yep.
It was sweet.
That was one jump where I don't pull.
Right.
I let her fly flat and true. Don't get that front end too high.
What was good about this part right here, not at this one first corner, but after that, they had a bunch of pedestrians or fans just sitting there slowing everybody down, letting them know that that's the corner.
Pedestrians.
That's a good word.
Spectators?
Spectator.
That's what you're looking
That was
for?
a big word. That was a big word for me.
We got the lemonade and Tito's. I think his is a little stronger than mine.
But
Cheers to that, buddy.
They need a lot more of those spectators or workers on them corners, because that one that you come up that first hill, there was a tree right there. If you didn't come that corner right, you'd have been hitting that tree solid.
Yeah.
So, but this was such a great track. I loved the flow of it. A couple times, all of us did that.
You have a
But
little
when we came
experience with
around
trees, huh?
here, I didn't realize someone had gotten hurt up here on this corner right here. And there was a guy out in the middle, right there.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was Joe Newberry. He is the sponsor for this show with Big Iron out of Pennsylvania. And Joe, you see laying there on the ground, I'm yelling to spectators, or pedestrians as Dustin calls them, to come and give this man some medical help. He needs it. He was knocked unconscious on that.
Really?
Yeah, and Joe, not only because he's a friend and sponsor, he reached out and said, hey, did you happen to get footage of that? Yeah, there was a good chance I had it, and there it was.
Yeah. Well, I came around, that guy's trying to slow me down. We're like, what the hell are you doing on the middle of the track? I think I said some bad words.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, what the hell? And I get up there like, oh shit. So it was hard to know there was somebody up here. And then we get on the other side. I believe Cody was parked on the other side.
Yes, a Vet B rider is off to the side helping somebody. I don't
Logan
know.
Mann.
Okay.
Logan Mann went down right there, and I didn't realize it was him. So
They must have had a collision or something.
no, Logan went around too fast and laid it over, and Cody I got to say, bless his heart, stopped and kept traffic off him so they didn't get any worse because it knocked him right out.
Great sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, just move your mic, unclip it, and put it on your shirt over here. Yeah. Dustin's turning to talk to me instead of watching the show, and we want to get all of his big mouth on microphone.
Is that better?
Well, now you turn to me. Now watch the show. There you go. Hey, I did say we got the pro set up here in the studio, which, you know, it got some stuff duct taped together. We'll make it work.
But this section was like a rolling roller coaster.
It was so much fun with all the
Amazing.
hills.
I do. It doesn't matter if you're going one way or the other on this track.
Yep.
That section is a real fun spot.
Yeah.
If you're not a good rider, probably not your favorite spot of Twisted Fence. I did see somebody on lap 3 having a terrible time with the hills and just not getting out of that, like this low spot where Kyle's going.
Yeah.
That was Keister, excuse me. No, it was Kyle. Kyle got passed right there by Keister. Yeah, that low line I saw trapped a couple sport quads.
Well, like I say, if you had to ride it right, but if you missed it, like there's a couple times I missed this one corner down here, and luckily the trees were wide enough to get through because I don't know how else I would have done it. I think it was right here I kept going, blowing that corner each time. I'm like, I can't get smarter enough to go through that right. It was insane. But what a fun track this was. Awesome
track. Even the whooped out areas I felt were smooth. They didn't have sharp, blunt edges to them.
Yes, I mean, but you had to be on top of yourself.
Photo quiz. And one thing I didn't go over at the beginning, if you're paying attention now, there's photos through this. The giveaway, you got to read the video description for the rules, and the rules are going to be different for this one. Do not leave your answers in the video comments here on YouTube. You must answer on Facebook. You must tag Drew Campbell. You must share this video, and you must answer correctly, and you must do it first. And I will be monitoring who follows all the rules correctly. You don't tag me, you don't win. You don't share the video, you don't win. You don't get all the photo quizzes correctly in the correct order that they appeared, you don't win. It's $200. I'm not just going to give it away and make it easy. Like, why? You know, nothing in life is easy.
It's not.
No, you want to win $200, you're going to have to work.
Absolutely.
And
this is where you were broke down last year, right?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the broken throttle cable.
Yeah, but you came back and finished.
Well, when you ride an antique four-wheeler.
But this section, I'm telling you, it was a blast through there. It was like it seemed like a highway through there, but she's fast.
Very fun section, and you've got Justin Mills looking back at Hannah Hunter right now. Every time, I looked up the stats for the women, every time that Hannah has raced NYOA, she's won minus 1 DNF, and I believe that was round 3 when she got hit at turn 1.
Seneca Highlands.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Speaking of getting hit, Jesus, Dustin, get a little friendly.
That was
Buddy.
Justin, not Dustin.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That was Dustin Mills getting a little friendly. We give each other a thumbs up. Just a racing incident there because that Skittle-looking quad up there can't ride and went right off the track.
Some of those hills I had to brake at the top because I was carrying way too much speed coming over the top.
That's basically what I did right there. I wasn't taking it easy on lap 1, learning the track like I should have been. I went up way too fast over that corner, couldn't get stopped.
These hills are just way too fast. You could hang the outside and just full throttle all the way up them.
Yeah, and everything seems so smooth.
Oh my God, it was awesome.
Great flow.
Yep.
No binding, like straight up stopping and changing direction. Like it felt like everything had an apex to the turn. Real nice flow to it.
And there was a lot of lines. But they're also, when you come up on somebody, they were moving pretty quick for you this time, which was nice.
So here we see Kyle. Look at the bark missing from the tree.
That was huge.
Wow.
Kyle got ejected. I will be posting his video. He's giving me his GoPro cards here shortly. So follow me on social media. I'll be sure to share that shot of him smacking that tree and taking a dirt sample. He unfortunately totaled his quad in that hit. He sent me some pictures tonight where the frame is kinked, the top of the rail is actually kinked, and on these Renegade 1000s, once you kink the frame, it's done.
Really?
Yeah. And here we see Justin Mills and Dustin Carnes working their way by me. I just dropped from...
That bottom line was way too slow.
Yeah, you noticed that too, huh?
Oh yeah, I took it in the minis.
Yeah.
Way too bad of a decision.
These two guys were moving, yourself and Justin Mills, and this is going to be hard with Justin and Dustin here, so maybe we'll try Mills and Carnes. But Mills had a real good pace going too. And
he was moving.
I could feel you guys back there. I can't ride as fast as you guys right now. You guys are flying, absolute flying, and a lot of credit. I wish I had your speed. If you're giving lessons, let me know. I'll be over.
It's not me, it's the quad.
Okay. Oh, all right. Well, in that case, I'm going to talk to NYOA, and I want that quad torn down, tested. I think Ray Chilson handles that.
Yes, he does.
I believe he's the guy that built the motor.
He did several times,
I
yes.
smell a conspiracy. Jacob.
How many times did you blow this corner?
0.
Oh my God, not me.
You have to be going, Dustin, you have to be going fast to blow that corner.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's not the one
my
I blew in
gosh.
minis. There's a really tight, like 90 uphill one in the field that I blew. That one was
Mills had a great ride. Coming from smacking a tree at Dream Riders and putting it on his side, we were all convinced that he was a no-talent ass clown.
Yeah.
And it turns out he's actually a really good rider.
He is.
And I joke because I've grown to really like Justin Mills over the summer. He's got a great personality. He's turned into a friend of mine, and he is going to, I think, be part of the 4x4 class for a while. He's here to stay.
Yeah, look at the 4x4 group we got. It's one of the best groups out there. Everybody stays in contact, and I think it's better than any group out there of all the ATVs out there, what we stick together and do things with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so glad I don't have to race him next year. Really looking forward to not being in that class with all those really, really fast guys.
That jump. Did you take that jump when there was so much dust you didn't see it at first?
I took it every lap.
Yep.
Tires were off the ground.
Yep.
You know.
The first time I took it, I really couldn't see much. About peed myself, not gonna lie.
So in the motocross section, that first little double we have, we roll the first one and jump the second one after the Talladega bowl turn. That one surprised me. I was going a little too fast, had to stab the brakes, then stab the throttle to get air. You know, it's like, okay, we're going to test Drew Campbell's limited abilities on this track. Colton barking right up Honaki's tailpipe.
He's steady. Colton is got a steady pace. He doesn't change.
So you got your lap times there in front of you, Dustin. I printed them all out. If you look at lap 2, Colton ran a 31:07. On the next lap, he was literally 5 seconds slower.
Right.
So laps 2 and 3, he ran very tight times together. Looking at yours, you were right around the 31-minute mark. You came with a 30:57, and you were 33 seconds slower. So you were right there around a half-minute difference between your second and third. But I think that's the time variant that we find with Colton over the rest of us.
He's consistent.
Yeah.
He just stays right with it. The only way I got around Justin is he took a bad line. Someone was broke down, and I snuck around him because he was moving right along.
No. We have this on camera. We have the pass.
Would you?
Yep.
Okay.
There was a one-rider bottleneck.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, somebody had turned it sideways, and Justin kind of overshot the corner. He was stuck. I think he had to reverse out of there, and you just went right by him.
Okay, I thought he had someone who was broke down. I was just trying to stay with him.
No, so you got him, I want to say, for 4th, and then moved up to 3rd after him. Both you guys are working your way past Keister at some point up here. So your top 3 right now should be Rich Strave out front. He got your whole shot. He gone. And then last we saw, Honaki was in 2nd with Colton up his bumper, and they do switch spots. Colton does move up to 2nd, and I believe Honaki's around 3rd right now. You've got Keister running in 4th, Mills in 5th, Carnes in 6th, Campbell in 7th. Kyle is out, and Jesse Madison, welcome back to the shit show, in 8th place.
I can't believe he came back to this race.
I broke my pelvis. I want to go race again.
I would have been done
Like,
for a
buddy,
while.
stay home with the kids.
Yeah.
Watch the YouTube videos everyone puts out.
And
Let that pelvis heal, but he's a trooper. He wanted to come play.
these 2 split lines, I still don't know which one the faster one was.
I took both. I think the right.
The right
Yeah,
one?
it was definitely the right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I raced who did I race up it? Keister. I raced Keister up it. He went right, I went left, and he had just a little bit on me at the top.
Okay.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, that's Dave Dunham right there.
Oh, Dunham.
Yeah. It's like, thanks, Dave.
Yeah. Kind of did a pit maneuver for you.
Yeah. Dave and I talked earlier that race.
Dunham's a great guy.
He is.
Comes by and gives me a fist pump and a good luck every race.
This track just had everything. It had a little bit of mud, had the hill climbs. Everything was it was nice.
I was impressed with your throttle control. You didn't do a lot of burping, and you held a consistent RPM through sections that I just wasn't. I look at stuff like that to see where I'm losing time to guys, and you were able to hold a steadier throttle through sections where I was, probably wiping or putting in a tampon or maybe doing my nails.
I blame this on my wife for making me do this. She's yelled at me for the last 3 races. Patience, patience, patience. So I'm going to get a sticker now. And
Are you telling me that quiet, lovely broad of yours yells?
Yes, at me all the time. Because
Quiet.
again, the cost of what I put into this year, I'm surprised we're still married.
How about this humidity?
It's bad.
Boy, was it warm today.
So, like I say, with her saying patience, and it's in the back of my head,
Buddy, we don't talk with the wives.
No.
No. Kelly says to me, "You going to Bivens today?" Yeah. You getting parts? Yeah. And then my next comment, don't ask.
That's right, you don't ask.
Don't ask.
No.
Here you are entering this
Maddie,
motocross
this
track.
is where Maddie got me. Maddie Harrington. She's a fast little rider.
This is the jump coming up I was telling you. We've got to roll the first one. She does the same thing and then boot it. And you do nice and smooth. Those shocks look good.
They are, but honestly, it bottomed out.
Did it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think you see me do that again, because that hurt.
Yeah, I fell bottom twice. I don't think this was bottom, though, for me.
No, that didn't seem like it.
No, I did rear first. I kind of like to go flat on those, but I blew a shock. I blew a rear shock. I've blown the same shock 3 races in a row.
Ooh.
It's a problem with the shock, and my shock guy is amazing. He already has new seal components, so there's a whole collar, if you will, on the inside of our Fox racing shocks that has 2 or 3 seals in it that hold all the oil back. And he believes that collar that holds those rubber O-rings, that is my culprit. Well, it's a replaceable part, and I've got a lot of hours on my machine, so he's trying something new this rebuild, see if we can't get to stop blowing.
You gotta try something, because these tracks are rough, and these quads take a beat. I don't know how they stay going.
Yeah, but it's not like, so honestly, I blow a shock, I don't really notice it. When you're in the go mode, in the race mode, you're not analyzing everything like when you're practicing or trail riding,
We're on a bike, you definitely notice it, because you're sitting there just springing up and down.
You also have 1 versus us having 4.
Exactly,
Yeah.
But this thing, the flow of this track is just amazing. It just never stops.
No, and the high-speed sections I love.
Yeah.
Such a relief from tracks like Black Sky. Black Sky didn't have any high-speed sections.
Oh, I was so tired at the end of that race. This had, a lot of tight sections where it's a lot of left and rights, but it kept you on your toes.
Yeah.
Where Black Sky was constantly left, right. Now no place to breathe.
We've seen you race. Let's talk about your quads, because we've seen you race both an Outlander Antique and 2022?
2021 Renegade.
21 Renegade with fairly low hours, right?
Yeah. It's got a lot. When I bought it, it had 500 miles onto it.
Okay, so you're fairly broken.
Yep.
What do you think steers better?
Right now, the way this Renegade, I always liked the Outlander because the Outlander sat low to the ground. It wasn't too top heavy, and I liked the feel of it.
It just looks big because of the plastic.
Yeah. So I got the Renegade. I was kind of worried about it because I figured the top heavy, because I had one before that I bought and I didn't like it, and I sold it. So when I got this one and I rode it, I'm like, oh my God, this thing's amazing. The shocks are amazing. The power's amazing. It eats my Outlander up like there's no tomorrow.
You just you had some engine problems.
I had major engine problems, so I bought the quad from Robert
Pecorari.
Pecorari, that name I can never get. I'm sorry, Robbie.
4x GNCC 4x4 Pro, Robbie Pecorari.
So I bought the quad from him. I went to Seneca Highlands, got one lap, blew the motor into it. We rebuilt it. Went to Homer race to.
Oh, look at that! Another photo quiz.
Went to the Homer race and blew the motor again. Tore it down. Found out the front cylinder got the timing was too far advanced. It was just blowing the pistons into it. So we rebuilt it. Went to get it ready for ditch bangers, and not realizing the rear cylinder finally went onto it.
Jeez.
So I had to do a complete rebuild. So I had called every dealership. I even called you to see if Bibbins had anything, but of course they're closed when I went to do it. But nobody had any parts in New York State because I had already bought them all.
Who was that you just let by? Woman's racer?
That I don't. It was.
Is that Ricky Williams?
No, that was 1185 is what her number was.
But a woman's class racer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So I don't know if I passed her again up through there because she was starting to blow a little smoke.
I think you did. I think you do catch her and go by her again.
Yeah, she was blowing a little smoke. But here again, I'm taking my time because my wife is. I can hear my wife in my ears just saying, "Patience, take your time."
Well, you started in 8th. We're 20 minutes in. You've climbed up to 5th, so you're doing okay.
So again, I'm just easing through because again, I don't want to get yelled at the end of the race. So I'm taking my time through here. But
Get back to your motor.
Anyway, so we get the motor rebuilt. B&R says send the ECU back. They're going to put it on their quad and dyno it. So on a Thursday, I sent it back to them. They called me on a Friday, said, look, I don't have time to dyno it. We took all your parameters off this ECU, put it on another one, and we backed the timing down to stock and sent it back to me, and I haven't had this problem since. So the quad is amazing.
Yeah.
What Robbie did to it is amazing. He's a great guy. He backed me up on 100% of everything that went wrong with it. So I can't knock the guy. I mean, he didn't give me no warranty. He just said it was race ready. And the things I found wrong with it, he helped me out on. And I can't ask for anything better onto it. So he did a great job on that.
From what I can tell from your race videos, everything appears tight and right on it. It sounds tight and right, where the rest of ours are clinking and rattling and moaning. Yours sounds tight and right. You can hear a nice whirring noise from the differentials. Like those are real tight and nice. It's the biggest thing I'm seeing with this Renegade under you is the steering seems so much tighter.
Oh yeah.
Than everybody else. And maybe Guns. I think Guns has a modified front end too. But you guys seem to really hammer into those tight corners much easier than some of us with the stock setup.
It just holds. I'm amazed how from a guy that just put something together to a pro quad, it's just amazing of what the difference is, how fast they can go and get away with things and be able to make the turns and stuff. It's just, I'm just dumbfounded with it.
Yeah.
Every time I ride it, the first time I actually did ride it, it scared the bejeebers out of me.
Well, I'm glad you got it, up and working well for you, and it has treated you really well the last few rounds, you son of a bitch.
Well, I don't know. Baldwin's didn't do me so good because I did have an issue that I hit a tree that really broke it up pretty bad.
Yeah. If we'll actually throw up a clip of that incident right here. But Dustin has what would you call this? A meeting with a non-moving object.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I was coming through the area. I finally, again, didn't have patience, so I came from dead last again up to second. Was getting ready to go past Drave, and I caught a root, and it shot me into a tree, messing up the whole. The right side of my quad.
And your camera was covered in that shot of you hitting the tree, but man, those ruts were deep. Oh, we're dragging A-arms.
Yeah, and it was covered in mud, so you couldn't see it. And again, all I was paying attention was to get past Drave, and I grabbed that root, and it caught me right into that tree and smashed that whole A-arm all to heck.
And that's why we had a little chat about patience.
Yes. Patience.
So he's gonna leave himself a little reminder on his handlebar pad for the next two. But yeah, let's see you exercise some patience these last two rounds and get her to the checkers. The speed will be there. You've obviously got it.
Yeah, the quad is amazing. I mean, I can kick back from somebody and then catch them again with no issue. It's just I've got to learn how to. Again, Grave told me and Potter told me the same thing. That throttle, it's
touchy.
It's very, very touchy.
Yeah.
You touch that throttle and it's gone. Just like when I was coming back from after hitting the tree, the air was messed up. It wasn't completely broke, but I'm easing back through the campsites, and all of a sudden the throttle broke and it jammed my hand up and hit the throttle, and I shot right into that camper, threw me off. And when I hit the camper, I hit so hard that I was seeing stars. I'm like, I had no idea what even happened until after I got back on the quad and I'm looking around and someone said, hey, you hit my camper.
Well, all the keyboard warriors were saying that it was, well, because you were having to race through the pits, you were doing at least 150 miles an hour through the pits, and then you were getting a lot of flack that you were trying to start it and get away. Like, nobody saw me, I'm going to get at, no. Everybody saw you.
Absolutely.
Everybody heard it, and we have it on camera, so.
How am I hiding it?
Yeah, nobody's hiding that one.
No.
But it's just keyboard warriors not knowing the incident that led up to that.
And like I say, I was only going so fast, but with the motor and what it looks like on camera, it looked like I was going a lot faster than I was.
Yeah, well, speaking of going fast, catching back up with the race action here, we're just shooting the shit like a couple of, buddies, instead of commentating a race, and this thing's heating up because you have moved your way into fourth.
That pass on Skeester on
that was very fast, and that corner speed was very fast. So nice piece of riding right there, and it looks like Justin Mills couldn't quite follow. He got pinched off by Keister and is forced to follow him. Gives you a little bit of time to sprint and run away. Using that big mouth of yours.
You have to. There's people ahead of me I got to catch.
What's it like growing up with that mouth, Jacob?
Well, if I don't get up for school, I'm getting up after he
That's
he
your alarm.
yells.
That's your alarm clock.
Oh yeah.
Well, hey, your dad got you into racing, so
No,
he's
actually,
good for that.
Jake got us into racing.
Yeah,
Did
it
ya?
was kind of my fault.
He was 4 years old. We bought him PW50.
The rest is history.
Yeah, exactly. And then Jess and I are watching him, chasing him, and going, well, geez, this is ridiculous. How come we're not doing this?
I still have a memory of when I was on a PW50 and he was yelling at me to go faster, but I couldn't because I had blown the PW50 up, but he was still back behind me yelling at me. And it's just a fond memory I have of racing.
So Carnes Family Racing, probably over a decade of race history now.
Yeah.
And I've had the pleasure of racing with Dustin for 5 years now and have seen improvement.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a pleasure.
It's a pleasure. I've seen improvement. You weren't always a podium guy.
No, I broke down constantly because I've always had junk equipment. But as with the friends I've gotten from racing and the people that taught me, it's definitely helped me a lot.
Yeah, there's no way I could do it without the Army in my corner. I've got, a suspension guy and an actual Can-Am technician guy, and I have a dealership that helps me out. So without support, it's very difficult to do what we're doing.
Yeah, for this race alone, I mean, Mike Brown, BBR Boys Racing, he helped me out with a upper A-arm. If he hadn't got me that, I couldn't get one off the Rocky Mountain or anybody. Nobody had them in stock.
Oh, wow, that's great.
He was able to give me one of those.
And you're lucky it was the right year.
Exactly. And
because they're not all interchangeable.
No. And then Dale Murray, he helped me take and get the frame welded and the bumper straight, which took us 4 hours.
Straight.
And it still isn't even straight.
I noticed in your race video it's a little cockeyed.
I wanted that bumper so bad. Dale looks at me and goes, please don't tell anybody I did this.
Hey,
but this section was fast.
This is always a stand up, chest over the bars, keep that front turning the best you can type of section. And clearly this guy on screen right now isn't demonstrating worth,
The suspension, I don't even know what he runs. I think it's Axis is what he runs for.
Yeah, it's Axis.
The suspension on that is amazing.
Really?
Oh my gosh, it is. You don't feel half of these bumps as I would on my Outlander. My Outlander, my arms would be so dead I couldn't be able to pick them up. But with that Renegade, with the suspension on that, it's just from night and day.
So I'm pretty happy with my suspension setup. I think as I've gotten faster over the years, I would like to try a dual rate setup. I don't think I quite need to go to a triple rate, but I would like to try a dual rate spring setup. I'm still running the stock spring.
Yeah, that's what I had on my my Outlander when I was at Ditch Banger. I destroyed them. I literally came off a jump and they just said, "That's it, I'm done."
Yeah.
When we were going up the Glades, they let loose, and that was it.
I'm touching bottom a few times, and I talked to my suspension sponsor is MR Unlimited, Mario Ruggieri, and he thinks that it's the spring. I mean, I'm putting too much load on the frickin' thing. We've got him tightened down as much as we can, and I'm not exactly a featherweight here. we're pushing.
Look at those guys.
Yeah, Eckhart twins.
Yeah, buddy.
We're pushing a couple bills, so we're heavy on it. You got some mud. We're real heavy on that thing. So.
Oh, absolutely. Can you go heavier spring then?
Probably, but I'm so afraid to start going down that road because I've talked to guys like Potter and Drave and even yourself who have played around with suspension options, and it's not a fun road to go down.
No,
you can chase gremlins and lose money real quick.
Yep. Well, I'm just glad that what Robbie has on there fits me perfect, because I tell you, it's amazing from night and day. You go through here and you're not feeling anything. It's just gliding over the top.
Yeah, well, it looks effortless. You're riding really well, and this video shows it. I mean, the past couple shows have showed it when you're on that machine.
Right. It's an amazing machine.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's scary because it's so fast. There's times it scares me. I mean, if you don't hold on, you hit that throttle, it'll throw you off the back of the quad. Every time if you're not holding on.
I love how your camera's offset, though. I told you to drill your hole offset. You drilled it on the wrong side. Now it's way offset, Dustin.
Look at you. See how I do a GoPro.
Oh,
you take them home.
That's fine.
Jake starts them up for me. That's about as much as I know.
So this one, Jacob, because you are your father's camera helper, it was dipping low on him towards the end of the race. We get a lot of handle.
On the back or the front?
The front one, the helmet one. So that chin one, try to slide it up as high as we can get it.
Well, I don't know if it was as tight as it was last race.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about cameras. That's why I gave you the cameras and said, okay, tell me what I got to do.
Yeah, he's still used to cars. You have to crank to start them up.
Well, if the listeners remember the last show, we talked about where the show Between the Trees, or as I like to call it, Betwixt the Sticks, is headed, where it's going, and we want to bring it to the front row. I mentioned that we need a title sponsor to buy a bunch of GoPros and cards so we can outfit the front row and do this right. And guess what? We have interest.
No kidding.
We have a front runner who has stepped up and said, hey, I want to be part of this. I want to buy those cameras for the guys to wear. Let's talk. So I'm not closing the door on anybody else if you want to step up and offer your sponsorship too, but I am in the works of talking it through with a company, and I think we're gonna have a front row show next year.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
That's where it needs to be.
Drew's not gonna have a life. He's gonna be entertained all summer long to bring you ATV content, but I'm looking forward to it.
That's what we need.
This sport is amazing. I love sharing my passion for the sport because what it's given back to me. I'll be honest with you, in my video career, I was a wedding videographer prior to doing this stuff. Absolutely hated my weekends, right? Sometimes I was at a wedding Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I said, there's gotta be a better way to spend your life, right? So now, don't get me wrong, the paycheck was amazing. I worked for myself, so I made a lot of money doing it. But at some point I had to question, is the money worth it, or is my weekends with my wife and my friends more important, right? And I was just getting burnt out 15 years of doing weddings. Where I'm at now, I love editing this stuff. This is my passion. Filming and editing race videos. Anything ATV race content related. I love that stuff. And I love sharing that passion. And guys like Guns got into the sport from watching YouTube videos, and I've had other people come up and say, hey, we've gotten into the sport because of YouTube videos and channels like what you put out. And I'm not saying I'm not taking the full credit here, but YouTube helps highlight an awesome sport like this.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's why I'm so excited to bring Between the Trees to the front row of NYOA ATV racers, because they are some of the fastest ATV racers in the world.
Yep.
Not in the country.
In the world.
On the planet.
Yep. This right here, I get in trouble at work sometimes because I sit and watch this at work. I get in trouble a lot, actually.
On the ride here, I asked how his day at work was. He goes, I was sitting on my desk watching YouTube videos.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like what I do.
Yeah.
Only I'm creating the YouTube videos.
Right.
Yeah, and that's your
What I
job.
want.
No, I got my favorite channels. I watch a lot of stuff that's not race related, like Side by Side Blog. I love those guys. They got great content. I try to watch as much race content as I can, but some of it does get redundant. You know, that's why I tried to mix it up where we're not watching just one guy's helmet camera anymore. We're watching 5 guys.
Right.
And they're not just their helmet cameras, their rear view too. And someday, if Taco ever comes back to the race, maybe we'll get some side of the track stuff.
I love Taco.
Everybody loves Taco.
Well, I'm amazed how fast this section even was.
Yeah,
You
and
could get some air off that back table.
here is the end of lap 1. Even though Guns is carrying our camera, we're going to call Dustin our fastest camera in this group. He checks in at 4th place behind Drave, Harkness, and Honaki, but we're going to see Honaki pull off right here with a problem and almost get rear end.
Yeah, I was kind of worried about that.
So if we listen back in after the series of passes going by him, he's going to refire and restart the race, re-enter the race, and you can hear engine problems. So let's watch everybody come through. You got Justin Mills going by in 5th place. There's Guns, so Justin moves up to 4th. I should be next coming through the checkpoint. Maybe not. Keister. I believe Keister was in front of me. Justin entering that back section. Here I am approaching the checkpoint, running in 7th. Keister had already gone through. What's up, Brad? Kristen Eckhart cheering me on.
That was nice to have her there.
Yeah, love seeing Kristen at the races.
I think she loves me. She just doesn't want to admit to it.
Yeah, there's Guns pulled off this. I think she loves me. I'm going to go out on a wing and...
Say no?
No.
Okay.
That waving his arms like an idiot off to the side, that was Kyle Lawrence after he was making out with the tree earlier. he's back in his shorts and t-shirt. I'm headed back through this across the field section, re-entering into the woods. Got that easy spot because Guns was being lazy, just hanging out at the side, talking to his wife. Here he is. Exciting content. Thanks, Guns.
Good old Guns.
Great stuff.
Great family, though.
Yeah. He must have had some camera problem because literally his clip was 90 seconds off of his helmet camera. So let's take a listen. He said it was good up top, but it would break up down low.
Yeah, he said he was in limp mode most of the race.
Yeah, which I don't think was the case because limp mode you could not go this fast.
That's what I was thinking.
Limp mode you can literally go 10 miles an hour, Guns.
Guns was just messing with us.
You may have had a light on or something. I'll buy that one, but you weren't in limp mode, bro. So yeah, he's having engine issues there, and he pulled over and was talking to his wife, not sure what he should be doing. He has had that motor apart this year, like yourself. So it's better to, pull over and check it out, but it didn't slow him up one freaking bit. We're gonna see Guns still making moves even with that problem.
I think I scared the pee out of that guy.
You sure did.
I don't know how many steaks I've seen you take out just watching this.
That's $2. That's $2. That's $2.
Yeah, I think that guy really just wanted to step back a couple bit there.
Man, you're hauling ass through this section.
I was moving. Again, there was nobody around me. I do better when I follow somebody. So I was just trying to catch somebody in front of me.
Yeah. Justin chasing you through the same field section. He actually did a much better job wiping the lens this race.
I was gonna mention that the first time it had mud on it.
Yeah, he ran I can't remember the time, but a long time last race with mud on the lens, and I teased him for it. So he made an effort this one. I appreciate it, as we all do. Without the wiping of the lens, we can't see the awesome race footage.
Yeah.
So
And sometimes you forget you got it on.
yeah, and you start cursing.
Yeah, a lot of bad things come out.
Mike Rowan says some things.
Oh my God, Rowan's awesome. I love that guy.
Oh, the mouth on that sailor. Jeez. So what do we got coming up in a couple of days?
Oh, we got Smyrnadilla coming up.
Yeah, Mikey's big event.
Oh man, I cannot wait. I stopped and seen him yesterday at his pizza shop, and I'm just so excited to get there. I want to leave Wednesday morning to go to his house.
Yeah,
My wife won't let me.
Really bad luck on that guy. He, he lost his race ride. He's no longer a sponsored professional athlete, and he has to flip pizzas for a living. I feel for him. He's struggling. It's just, everybody
Poor man.
it's like a roller coaster. Everybody's up and down. He's just down right now, right?
He's down.
Yeah, but we love you, Mike, and we're going to see you at Smyrnadilla. This airs on Thursday night, and I will actually be already there by the time this airs. So I'll be at Barone's watching the internet to make sure you guys properly enter to win. And Jacob, I'm going to quiz you right meow. What do you have to do to win?
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, God. Good thing it's in the description of the video.
Yeah.
The first thing you have to do is tag Drew Campbell on Facebook. If you don't have a Facebook account, that's not my problem. You're not going to win $200. Create a Facebook account, tag Drew Campbell, and share this video. Those are the first two things. The third thing is identify all the photo quizzes correctly in the order they appear. Sound easy enough, Jacob? Or does it sound like too much work for $200? No input. Great. Should have had your sister on the show. By the way, how did Jessica do?
Jessica got, I believe,
She got fifth.
out of, I can't remember how many she had in there.
I believe she had like 8 or something. I don't know.
She's going to pull this cord right down. The dog is, yeah, there you go. Get down, Bella. Come on, get down. Come on, all the way. Come on. Stupid.
Oh, puppy.
Who let the dog in the studio? Jeez. Yeah, Jacob was commenting on the Hunter Hart video that Bella laid up right behind Hunter for most of the interview.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, right
Oh,
on the chair.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great headrest.
Yeah. That's her spot. She can see out the window. Loves it. Anyway, look, we're watching a race, and we're supposed to be talking about that. Dustin took the left lane, and you can see that Colton took the right lane. And there's a photo quiz, identify the rider. That's all you're doing for these quizzes, by the way, is I need a name of the rider. You don't even have to give a first and a last name, just a name, okay? So, Dustin and Colton going at it here. They picked those split lines, and you made it look like it was going to work.
So I thought it was gonna.
But he sneaked out. He
did.
Sneaked out quicker.
So my thought process here is I'm just gonna ride behind him until I wear him out. It didn't work.
You realize he is 16 years younger than
Yeah,
you.
I didn't know that.
He could be your child
He could be.
if you started early.
I did start early.
In high school.
But not that early.
Not in high school. Yeah. Colton is 16 years younger, so very impressive.
really?
Yeah, very impressive ride for you for sticking with the young gun here.
Wow.
And he's an A rider. He's been in A classes. This is what Mark Potter was telling us.
That's not fair.
His parents were in this race.
You raced an open class.
His father is tied for the championship hunt in utility class with Frank White. How great is that?
No way.
I'm serious. The Harkness family are apparently a family of racers, much like the Carnes, and this was a whole team effort. His mom, his dad was out there. His kids themselves race.
I call. We got to do something different. He's 16 years younger than me.
32.
Oh my God, I can't keep
He's
up with
32.
that.
Yeah. So I've petitioned NYOA to split the class up for an age-specific 44 years old next year, C-class level with gray hair.
Yeah.
So I definitely qualify. I think that class will be what I run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you because I was almost.
No, you have to be 44. You're too old.
I hate being too old.
Yeah. Yes, it's a shame. We are running against guys that are sometimes 20 years younger than us.
Oh my gosh. And
But-
he can ride too. There's no two ways around it.
Oh, look at you guys ripping through these Talladega Bowls here on lap 2. 46 minutes into this race, you guys still seem to have plenty of speed under you. Roll that first one and hop the second one.
I think that's the one you bottomed out on.
It might have been.
hit that one pretty
looked
hard.
good. It didn't look violent.
Everything he does
This is binders. Okay,
Yep, yep.
okay.
I forgot to stop.
We got it. Yeah, forgot I had to pull the brake there. I don't like those tabletops. yeah, they point the nose down too much for me, and I feel like I'm going to lawn dart.
Well, you guys did run that in reverse.
Last year, the jump was different.
Yep.
Yeah, but this, how you guys are running it right now, where you got a dip.
Yep.
That's supposed to be a step up. You guys ran it
Right,
backwards
yeah.
from what it's supposed to be ran.
I'd prefer not to have the jumps. I know the sport quads love to jump. I don't like getting that 4x4 off the ground.
Sometimes I do, like that high-speed floater we were talking about. That's a lot of fun for me because, like I said, I feel it doesn't require a lot of talent. You can hit it as fast as you can. Look, Mom, I'm in the air. Yeah. So it's just a fun jump for me. The ones that are peaked out where it actually take skill to grease the landing.
I don't want any part of that.
Yeah. So I'm chasing after Keister. I'm chasing Keister's Keister. And we're heading through we're probably, close to a minute and a half maybe behind you going through this section. So I'm quite a ways behind the top 3 or 4 here on lap 2. And we're about halfway through the race. For some of us got kicked back out for a 4th freaking lap.
Yeah.
And some of us, Dustin, is very vocal about his feelings about that. And we have it on camera.
Oh, son of a gun.
Oh, it was great.
I hate the 4th lap.
So you pull up and you see that white flag and you just, son of a bitch.
Did I really?
Oh, it's
oh
great.
my God.
I can't remember exactly what you said, but you're so upset.
That's not good. We're used to doing 3 laps.
Yeah, well,
I was so happy with 3 laps. I'd have been so happy with it.
It's close to dinner time. You have to take your Mucinex.
Yeah, exactly. Cutting into the drinking time. I wouldn't have to chase that guy for another whole lap.
Yeah, if you take your back pill too late, you'll be up all night.
Exactly.
It's tough being middle-aged.
I know, but I didn't realize he was only 32, and I don't feel so old now.
Watch this line. Bazinga through the woods.
Yeah, I wasn't.
What a line! I had no idea that was there. And look,
know.
he got 10 bike lengths on you.
Yep. There's a guy that is all about his kids. Screw what his race is. He's taking, if his kids are broke down, yeah. Keister's stopping. Doesn't matter who goes by him. He's going to fix his kid and get him going.
He is so fast and aggressive on lap 1.
Yep.
You can see him wave me by because he's exhausted here on lap 2. And it kind of bothers me because, Chris, if you just smoothed it out a little bit on lap 1, maybe you wouldn't be so tired on laps 2 and 3. Even out your lap times a little bit. You don't have to go gung-ho. If that's your ability level, if that's where your stamina lies, is all on lap 1, then maybe slow it down a little bit and spread it out across the other 2 laps.
Yeah, but I'm thinking he's so worried about if his kids break down, he wants to be ready to be able to fix them, which is awesome. He said this was his last race.
He's going to sit out the rest of them. I did go over points today, putting together the show after this event. It looks like we have 8 that have qualified for making it to the championship banquet. So that's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Justin Mills, at the beginning of this show, you saw I had him 8th in points. He didn't quite have enough to qualify. This race made him qualify because if you don't know, you need 7 races. There Colton pulls over. Dustin Carnes, 8th to 2nd in 50 minutes. Good job, buddy.
And I was cussing him out when he pulls over. I'm like, son of a gun, I just wanted to ride behind him.
Yeah, now I got to lead.
Now he's behind me. Like, you dick.
You knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, that was smart.
Yeah, it was.
Smart racing on Colton's part.
Absolutely.
Getting back to my point about championship points, you need 7 races in NYOA to qualify this year for the 23 championship points banquet that we do in January. You need 8 actually get counted towards your championship points. So we aren't quite there. We still got a couple races left in the season. When you see the time travel, that means the time has jumped forward. I thought that was kind of a neat little graphic. Let's make it simple for all the viewers.
Hell yeah.
All right, so Dustin and Colton battling it out here. We're on lap 3. We did not show you the checkpoint here on at the end of lap 2 because in an effort to keep the show shorter, around an hour long, we're going to do some time travel. And we're about an hour 12 into it, and these two are still battling. Colton getting out of whack right there.
Well, he'll get me here, though, in just a few minutes.
No, he will not.
He won't.
It takes, there he is.
There he goes, right there.
I didn't think it was coming up that quick.
Yeah.
Man, he didn't even wait for me to commentate. He's so fast. Colton gone, just like that. He probably had that spot picked out the first 2 laps.
Probably.
Knowing him, he's crafty, so very nice pass right there.
This is that 90 I was talking about.
Yeah.
And he did exactly what I wanted to do him. Wear him out being up front with me right behind him.
But let's take a look at the lap times here. I'll show them at the end of the show for the viewers at home. Lap 4, Dustin Carnes finishes 4 seconds behind Colton Harkness. So no excuses. That's a 32-year-old man against a 48-year-old man, and they're less than 5 seconds apart after a 2-hour race.
But I was also 11 seconds faster on that lap than he was. Did you see that?
Yes, you were 11 seconds faster. So you picked up your game on lap 4. And what was lap 4 like? Because I got the checkers after 3.
Oh my God! It just wore me out. I was so dead. I apparently passed one of my buddies, Ray Chilson, on it. Didn't even know I passed him. He goes, "Dude, you passed me." I go, "Dude, I never seen you. Never seen him."
So here we are, almost 90 minutes in on lap 3. We cut to me, and my rear view is showing somebody sneaking up behind me, and I can see a green helmet. There's a lot of clanging going on from my number plate dangling there from the incident with Justin Mills on lap 1. And that looks like Dan Guns Honacki. I'm in limp mode going slow.
Right.
Okay, buddy.
He doesn't know what limp mode needs, I don't think.
So we have since discovered Guns suffered the same mechanical I had at round 2, where the spark plug boot is shorting out on the cylinder head, and it causes that cylinder to cut out. So he is basically riding in and out of 1 cylinder, 2 cylinder, 1 cylinder, 2 cylinder. So the engine is misfiring constantly because the spark plug boot is arcing off the side of the cylinder. I just heard a big motor, pulled over, and then said, "Oh shit."
But I don't think that's in limp mode.
No, it's not.
Not.
You can hear him.
Right.
Like there, you can hear it sputtering a little bit if we weren't talking all the time, but it is running poorly. That evidence is on camera, but he's riding very quick. And honestly, you guys just have more speed than me right now. I can't keep up with you guys, and I tried to stay with him because I was shocked that it was Guns that I had just let by. Here we got a slight bottleneck we got to work around, but you can see he slowly starts to pull away from here about minute 29, or excuse me, an hour 29 into the race. He had pulled over, talked to his wife, caught back up to all of us, and he's even gonna make it ahead of Jared McClure, your overall leader, through that checkpoint, and he's gonna join you guys on a 4th lap.
Yeah, I'd have been happy with just the 3 laps. I'm tickled to death with just 3 laps.
Yeah, well, we're gonna hear your opinion coming up shortly. Oh, you can see me back there. I'm power sliding the corner and everything, trying to stay with him. He had some speed at this one that I didn't have, and
this is where me and Barone cut last year.
we're not gonna talk about that.
We're not gonna talk about that.
No. Yeah, look at all the dust. Beautiful day of racing, though. Hey, time travel.
Time travel.
Neat graphic to distract you. Dustin Carnes up in 3rd, chasing down, looks like a sport quad here. This is your final stretch coming into the finish, but you didn't get the checkers, bro.
No, I was looking for the checkered pretty hard.
Yeah, little hop over there, and I like this little jump you do at the top here, just a little poof. Yeah. Nice little floater jump there.
Nice little floater, yeah.
Shit. I want to go another one.
It's a nice little booter. And they're throwing you the white, and you're so upset. I talked right through you saying something.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I hated that so bad to have to go back out one more time. And then Kelly's going to offer me a water.
Yep. Blows the corner. Whoa. Yeah.
Pretty girl come out to offer me something.
Yeah. You gotta kick it sideways. Keep her on the track. Yeah. Looks like they're growing soybeans on the side of the field.
Yeah. Look, I mean, he does such a great job. I mean, Fence goes above and beyond, I think, for what he does for the
How many
series.
track of the year?
Oh,
how many track?
I don't know. What are we at? 5 maybe?
As soon as I got off this track, I said track of the year.
Yeah. I loved it. The time and energy.
The property is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the elevation change we have. You don't see a lot of the dips and valleys and hills like this, because a couple of the tracks are built onto a hillside, so we do an S turn and up and down hills, but this has bowls.
Yeah, absolutely.
And bowl turns.
Yep.
Well, I mean, he takes a dozer to the track every year and flattens everything out.
Yeah, and
tell.
I believe he has a lot of help from Potter.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, yeah.
Potter and that.
My favorite section. Just listen to V-Twin. Floater. Oh, just
Cool.
you can see the dust trail stops
Yep.
for just a flinting moment where Drew is happy.
But that's where the promoters need to get some of their all the workers they have on corners like that to slow them down, to say, hey, there's a danger right there, because if you didn't know that tree was there and you went in too fast,
Yeah.
you're racking that tree.
Yeah.
Coming up soon, there's another moment when you're happy.
Yeah, we got another high-speed section coming up here.
No, I was talking about where the checker flag.
Oh, right. Well, here's what's really discouraging. So this is a field section, pretty fast section. I'm hard on the gas, full throttle pull into the corner. These are heavy machines, so I gotta take it easy through the apex there. Hard on the gas, but what's creeping through the dust there?
No.
Sneaky.
Is he really?
There's Sneaky. Look at it.
Damn, look at him move.
I have less than half a mile to the frickin' checkpoint right here, and Jared McClure, the sneaky snake,
Look at that guy.
has caught me and lapped
Gone.
me. There you go. So, for the first time this year, it took 8 races, but I did not stay on the lead lap. And I'm embarrassed to say that because I pride myself being able to stay on the lead lap, and I just got lapped by the pro.
I honestly, I'm not going to lie, I was praying to God that someone got me, but they didn't.
Yeah, because you get so freaking tired, you're like, for any excuse to stop. You're even happy for a breakdown some days. But yeah.
Oh, this is where I want to go by Ashley. I'm screaming at her to let me go. Like, Ashley, get out of my way!
We're showing the class results here because we're deep into lap 4, and Dustin, congratulations, you're our fastest camera for this show. Lap 1, you were looking at some pretty fast times there, but you can see Dustin climbed up to second on lap 2, loses it on lap 3 to Colton, drops back to third where he would stay for lap 4, and there's your top 5, Drave, Colton, Dustin, Justin, and rounding out your top 5 was Honaki after the engine problems. This was another episode of Between the Trees. These are a lot of fun, aren't they?
They are a blast. Thanks for having
So
us.
much
Yeah.
fun.
You like doing that, Jacob?
Yeah,
Yeah, you gonna be a podcaster someday?
probably not.
Probably not. All right, well,
It's a
stick
lot
to
of work.
racing, bud. And thank you, Carnes Family Racing, for the $200 giveaway. You have to share the video, tag me on Facebook, answer on Facebook. If you put the answers in this video comment section, I'm not counting it. All the rules are in the video description. I hosted this with my buddy Dustin and his son Jacob. Thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
My pleasure. This was Between the Trees, episode 8. I love that you guys watch. Give it a thumbs up if you like it too. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on winning, because we're giving away more money. The season isn't over yet. We got 2 to go. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you at the races.